Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play another game of Star Trek Attack Plane. Well, Vinny and I are going to duke it out once again, only this time we're going to be using the older ships. I have a Klingon and a Federation ship, while he has two Federation ships. We're only playing the 60 points. The older ships tend to be cheaper than the next-gen ones. So hopefully this will be quick, we don't have a lot of time. So with that said, let's just take a brief look at what ships we picked and what upgrade cards go with them. Okay, as far as my fleet is concerned, I have the USS Reliant, Miranda class, Photon Torpedoes, Mr. Spock, Dimitri Valtan, captained by Clark Terrell. Over here on the right, we have a Klingon D7 class, the IKS Graf. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Koloth, my dear Captain Koloth. Alright, I apologize, no more Star Trek quotes. Korax and Photon Torpedoes, all of that comes to 60 points. Alright, as far as Vinny's fleet is concerned, he's got the USS Enterprise, which is a Constitution-class ship, just your standard Federation captain, and Kyle is an upgrade. Something to note here, this is my Micro Machines model from back in the day. I was unhappy with the model that came with this particular expansion, so I just substituted. Over here on the right, USS Excelsior, captained by James T. Kirk, Photon Torpedoes upgrade, all of that comes to 59 points. Okay, a few things to note before we get started. Apparently my neighbor picked now to go ahead and start building on his deck, or whatever it is he's doing over there. He could be constructing a doomsday machine for all I know. So you may hear some noise in the background. Another thing to note, my camera is not a dedicated video camera, so the lighting and color may be off at times. Finally, we play to have fun. We try to get all the rules right, but on occasion we do get some things wrong. So just bear with us. Friendly comments are fine, but any rude comments will be deleted. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the planning phase. Alright, movement phase. Let's see who goes first. I have a captain skill of 2 over here and a 7. You have a 9 and a 1, so we're going to be alternating a bit. Your USS Enterprise has the 1, so it gets to go first. 2.
Should in.
Alright, so go ahead and move. Actually, I'll do it. Go. And for your action, what would you like to do?
I'll use a battle station.
Battle stations? Okay. And what I'm going to do here, we're not going to really be in range for combat, so I'm going to just turn the camera off to save on video space. We'll pick it back up again during the next planning phase. Okay, movement phase, starting with the Enterprise here. What do you got?
1 straight ahead.
How much?
1.
1.
That's the 1. Right here.
There it is. Alright, now what action would you like?
I'm in range for a target lock.
No. I can tell you now we're not in range for a target lock. Look at all that space.
Okay, then I will use a battle station.
Battle stations. Alright, next up we've got mine at 2. It's the USS Reliant. Mine is going 1 straight ahead. I have a feeling we're not going to be doing much this round either.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see what the D7 and the Excelsior do. I will take the scan action. Next up, your Excelsior. Well, mine's 7, so I get to go first. Mine's Koloth, 1 straight ahead. Alright, let's see if I'm in range of a target lock or not. No. Alright, so I will take an evade. And finally, your Excelsior. 2 straight ahead.
Which will pump me up. Let's see if a target lock will work.
Who are you trying? Who you? The Klingon? Yeah, you're in range 3, so you can do a target lock.
Plus my ship's ability.
Okay.
After you move, if no ship is within range 1, enemy ships at within range 1 of your ship, you may perform a free scan action as a free action.
Okay, so you're going to take a target lock on my Klingon. Okay. Okay, so that concludes movement. We'll move on to combat next. Okay, combat phase, starting with the Excelsior.
I'll use the target lock ability. My target lock.
Okay, you'll use your well, are you going to...
Yeah.
You have torpedoes or something? Is that what you're doing? Okay. Alright, so you're going to spend your target lock to use Photon Torpedoes. You have to disable that. Alright, so you get to roll 4 attack dice.
The scanner token goes in effect.
Okay.
But you have no defense die.
Well, we'll see. I've got some other stuff I could do.
Let's see. And then hit the Burton Torpedo's ability. You may convert one battle station to a critical hit.
Okay, now before you do anything, I can modify the dice. The way the turn goes, it's you roll your dice, defender modifies attack dice, then attacker modifies. So let me modify yours first. Each time an enemy ship attacks you, you may force that ship to re-roll one attack die of your choice. I'm going to make you roll one of the hits. Alright, it's a hit, so that didn't do anything.
Battle station.
Okay, so you've got a battle station. You're converting that into, what is that, a critical?
Critical hit.
Okay. Now, let's see, as far as defense goes, each time... No, that's not it. Clark Terrell, any friendly ship within range 1 of your ship gains +1 defense die. So I get a defense die for him, and also, wait, I don't get one at range 3 because it's a secondary weapon. Your scan token negates my agility by default, so I get 1 defense die plus my evade token. So I'm going to get at least, what is it, a blank. So I get 3 hits here. Holy crap. Okay, so...
Critical hit.
So I get a critical already. This Klingon ship's going down. Munitions failure. Immediately choose one of your photon torpedo upgrades and discard it. Then flip this card face down. So I have to get rid of my torpedoes. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that was bad. The D7 gets to shoot...
with no secondary weapon.
Oh, I didn't have a target lock anyway. So let me spend that evade token.
I get 2 defense die.
Alright, so let me see if I can do anything on my end. No, I don't see anything. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and roll 3 attack dice against your Excelsior. You're at range 3, so you get an extra defense die when the time comes. So let me do mine first. Alright, I've got a hit and a battle station. Pitiful. Evade. Okay, so no damage was done on you. So I have a feeling you're going to win this one. Okay, so these guys, let me see if my Reliant can attack. No. Okay.
He's not
and yours cannot either. Okay, so that concludes combat and cleanup now, and we'll move back on to the planning phase. Alright, movement phase, starting with your Enterprise. What do you got?
1 straight ahead.
1 straight. You have the 1 token?
You mean the...
Or the 1, yeah, template, there you go. Alright, awesome. What action do you want?
Let's see, what can I do? Target lock.
Target lock?
Yes.
On who?
Probably him.
Okay. Next up, we've got the Klingon, I think?
No, you're Defiant.
Defiant. He has a captain skill of 2. 3 straight ahead. And for my action, I will take a scan token. Alright, yeah, scan token.
What's his firing arc?
It's 180 degrees this way. Alright, next up is the D7. He is going to move 2 straight. And for my action, I'm probably going to get blown up, but... Each time you defend... Oh, I'll go ahead and take an evade token. Not that, not that it's really going to help me against 2 Federation starships. So, okay, and finally you've got your Excelsior, and you can move 2 slight turn this way. Wow, okay. Nice and close. And what action would you like to take?
I can't use that 1 action. After you know enemy ships are at range 1, I can. I'm at range 1, so nothing's going to do anything, but can he be able to do a target lock?
On who?
Can he be targeted? No, probably not. He can't be targeted, so.
Who did you target with your Enterprise? You targeted him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't target him, so I will do a... let's see, what should I do?
Or no, you used your...
No, I used the Enterprise target lock.
Oh, okay.
I used the target lock, actually.
That's right.
I'm on my Excelsior.
Old people forget sometimes.
Scan token.
Scan token. Alright, so that concludes movement. On to combat. Okay, combat phase, starting with the Excelsior. Let me take stock of what I can do. I get each time you defend against a ship at range 1, roll 1 extra defense die. Alright, so I get an extra defense die for him. Plus Clark Terrell. Any friendly ship within range 1 of your ship gains +1 defense die.
You get 2 defense die.
What's your ability?
I have scan token.
Oh, you have a scan token. Okay.
Mine doesn't have the ability.
Alright, so you have, how many attack dice do you get?
4.
4. Okay.
Here's
3
my
normally, +1. For
my,
being at range 1.
I'm using my 4-dot firing arc. Plus, I don't have anything else to help me.
Alright, 2 hits, 2
You're
blanks.
probably
I will use Kolot's ability to re-roll 1 attack die.
Oh.
No, that was...
No, I rolled it.
You rolled the blank. I didn't want you to roll the blank. I want you to roll...
No, I rolled that hit. That was the hit.
Alright.
It hit that blank that hit the hit.
Alright, so you've got 2 hits then. Alright. I've got 1 evade, so I take...
2 evades.
Huh? Plus, yeah, I've got an evade token. So no damage was done on my Klingon ship. I will now use my Klingon ship to attack the Excelsior at range 1. Let me see what I can do as far as attacking goes. Alright, that's for defense. That's for defense. Alright, so I have 4 attack dice then.
I only 1 defense, so I might get killed badly.
Let's see. Alright, I've got 2 hits and 2
God.
battle stations.
There's a battle station.
If I had it. Battle
station.
station. So you take 2 damage to Excelsior. Alright, so you've got 2 shields left. Alright. Next up, we've got the Miranda class.
Which can attack my Enterprise.
I'm going to attack your Excelsior.
Or my Enterprise.
I'm attacking your Excelsior. You're at range 1, so I'm going to go for that. Now, 2 attack die normally. I'm at range 1, so I get 3. And then, the special ability, you gain +1 attack die when firing at range 1, so that's 4.
Oh my.
Now, I've got, my scan token lets me do some special things. So, I have a scan token, so you can't use a defense die unless you have ability. So let me roll these, and I'll resolve my special actions in a second. Alright, I've got... Holy crap. Okay, 2 criticals, 2 hits. You know what, I'm not going to... Alright, hold on.
I get 2 critical hits.
Alright, yeah, I'm not going to use Spock or Beltane to re-roll anything. Alright, so...
2 criticals.
2 criticals. So you get 2 face-up.
Weapon malfunction reduces to 1.
Alright, so... Reduces your primary weapon to 1 and warp core breach. So you have to roll during the planning phase. Or, you know, as an action you can...
I have to roll for damage.
Alright. Okay,
now
so
it's my turn.
Now's your turn with the
Attack back.
Alright, with the Enterprise. Who are you attacking?
What range is he at?
Who? The Klingon is at range 2.
How about him?
The Miranda is at range 2. Who would you like to attack?
I'll attack
the Klingons. Okay.
He gets 3 attack dice. I could use his act, but he has the good card I want. I have on.
Okay.
Neil, which gives you...
Who, Kyle?
Yeah, he gives you 1 shield back.
As an action?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so roll your attack dice then.
Let's see. What do I have on? Target lock.
Alright, so let me modify now.
I have that
I'm going to tell you to re-roll 1 from Koloth's ability. Blank. Alright, now...
Do you have any other things?
I'm looking. This is range 2, so... no, nothing else.
Put on, wait. Target lock.
Alright, so you're going to spend your target lock to re-roll that 1 die.
Because I want to hit you.
Hit, of course you do. Alright, now I get 1 defense. I also get 1 defense from Clark Terrell. And I don't think there's anything I can do. I'm going to get blown up anyway, because you've got 3 hits and...
1 to 2 hits.
Yeah, so it's not going to matter. 1 of it. So I take 2 damage.
How much hull? 3 hull.
3 hull. So my Klingon is destroyed.
Oh, it's not Federation versus Federation.
Yes, it is. Okay, so that concludes combat. We'll clean up now, and next move on to the planning phase. Okay, so now at the planning phase, before we pick our turns, Vinny is going to roll for the Warp Core Breach. He got a hit, but you need a critical though, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so no Warp Core Breach has occurred. Alright, so we'll shut the camera back off here and plan our moves. Alright, movement phase, starting with your Enterprise. What do you got? 3 hard turn. It's a stressful maneuver. Now you end up running into your Excelsior, so you cannot perform an action.
Plus it's a red maneuver. But...
Plus it's a... Well, let me give you an auxiliary.
But...
But what?
The U.S. Enterprise can perform an action listed on an activate while it has an auxiliary.
Alright, but you... It's fine, but you also ran into the Excelsior.
True.
So you can't use an action anyway. Alright, next up we've got the... Is it the Miranda next? Mine is a 2 hard turn.
But you crash.
No, we'll see. Barely not. And... Oh, cluttered. I will take a scan token. And finally, your Excelsior is what? 2 straight ahead. Alright, so where's your 2?
Which I
So let me just... It's at the corner, so let me just put it on the corner like so. Alright. And your action will be...
I will remove this disabled token.
You're going to remove the disabled token. Okay, so that concludes movement, and we'll move on to combat next. Okay, combat phase, starting with the Excelsior. Unfortunately, the primary firing arc is this way and the Reliant is not within that firing arc. The auxiliary firing arc only works with weapons that support it, like the torpedoes.
But I don't have a turbo
Right.
arc.
So next up we have the Miranda class. I will attack your Enterprise at range 1. So I get 2 attack dice normally, 1 for being at range 1, 1 for my special ability. You gain +1 attack die when firing at range 1. Now I have some special abilities with my scan token. Speaking of which, you can't roll any defense. Alright, so I've got, let's see, I've got 2 hits and a critical and a battle station. Let me see what I can do. Mr. Spock, if your ship has a scan token beside it, when you attack, you may convert all your battle station results into hit results. So I will go ahead and convert that into a hit result. There's 3 hits and 1 critical. So you lose 3 shields, take a critical.
Choose one of your D's, but I don't have one.
Choose one of your proton torpedo upgrades and discard it. Okay, so you've got a critical there. Alright, now you get to shoot back.
At range 1.
You're at range 1. I get 2 defense die. What's your attack normally? 3?
3 plus 1.
3 plus 1 is 4, okay. Alright. You've got 2 battle stations, 2 hits. Alright, so I got 1 evade, so I take 1 shield damage. Alright, so that resolves combat, and we'll move back on to planning. Okay, before we move on to planning, Vinny has to roll for the Warp Core. Warp Core Breach! Oh, bye-bye, Excelsior. It was good knowing you.
I'm dead.
No, you're still good. Alright, so now we'll move back on to the planning phase. Movement phase, starting with your Enterprise. Oh, wait, this is the D7.
Yeah.
Let me switch mine around real quick. It's the Excelsior. Where's the Reliant? Alright, here we go. Alright, I got it. Luckily, he had that maneuver too. Alright, 1 straight ahead.
I'm using my special ability.
What's your special ability?
Or my action, actually.
Well, you have an auxiliary power token.
No, that's a green maneuver.
Oh, it's a green maneuver. Okay.
I'm using this. After performing a green maneuver this round, repair 1 shield token and reduce your total attack by 2. So I get the 1 shield back.
Alright, you get 1 shield back. Okay. Alright, so that goes away. Alright, so my turn. 2 straight ahead. For my action, I will perform a target lock. XX. Alright, so that concludes movement, and we'll move on to combat. Alright, combat phase. Starting with him, he's got a rear firing arc for secondary weapons. Photon torpedoes. You may fire this weapon from your forward or rear firing arc, so I can use it. Then again, Range 2, barely. Okay. So I am within range. Range 2 to 3, 4 attack dice. Spend your target lock and disable this card, which I will do, to perform this attack. I get 4 attack dice. Is there anything else I can do besides that? No.
You don't have that scan.
Alright, so let's go ahead and roll these. Alright, you've a hit and a critical. A blank. So you take 1 hit and then and then a critical.
Minor explosion.
What's the minor explosion do?
It makes you roll 1 attack die.
Okay, immediately roll 1 attack die. On a hit result, suffer 1 damage, then flip
I got
a blank.
Yeah.
Okay, so no extra damage for you, but you did suffer 1 damage. Okay, so that concludes movement, and we'll move back on to combat. Or, no, that concludes combat. Now we'll move back on to the planning phase. Movement phase, starting with you. What do you got? 2 straight ahead, huh? Okay.
I'm going straight.
Alright, and for your action, what would you like to do?
I'll use
Kyle's ability to repair 1 shield.
Even though it's a green maneuver.
It's a green maneuver. You got it. Alright, so my turn. I am moving 2 this way. Hard turn. And
We are in range, I think.
Alright. With that said, for my action, I will take a, I think I'll take a,
I don't think
I'll take a scan token, just to be on the safe side. And we'll move on to combat since there's really nothing going on here. Range 3, let's see if the firing arc works. Yes.
At range 3.
At range 3. So let me go ahead then. I get 2 attack dice.
I get 1, minus 1.
So how much defense or how much do you normally have? 1?
1 plus 1 for the range 3.
Okay, so normally you would get 1, but another 1 at range 1 is 2. Minus the scan token is 1. So I get 2 attack die, you get 1 defense die. Alright, so but I get to do some special abilities with my scan token. Alright, Mr. Spock again, if your ship has a scan token beside it when you attack, you may convert all of your battle stations to hits. So I will use that. You've got a battle station, so you take 2 hits. So you lose the shield, and you take another damage. So you're at 3 hull damage. Okay, so that concludes combat, and we'll move now on to the planning phase. Okay, movement phase, starting with you. You are going 2 hard turn. Which way? This way? That is a white maneuver.
So that it is.
And what action would you like to take?
I can't use that.
Kyle's, yeah, you need a green maneuver. So you can do
Battle station.
battle stations?
Yeah.
Or do you want an evade token? Which?
Battle station.
Alright.
Just in case.
Alright. Mine is a 2 hard turn this way.
The white maneuver.
It is a white maneuver. And I will take a scan token as my action. Alright, let's see if we're in range for combat. We are not. So we will skip that, clean up, and we'll move back on to the planning phase again. Okay, movement phase, starting with you. 3 hard turn, that is a red maneuver.
But I have an ability I can use. By US Enterprise. US Enterprise can refind an action listed on the action bar even though it has an auxiliary power token.
Okay, so you get to take an action on your action bar because of your special ability.
Battle station.
Battle stations? Okay. Alright, mine is a white maneuver. It's 3 hard turn. And for my action, I will take a scan token. Okay, combat phase. We are at range 2. Okay. So I get 2 attack die, and that's it, because range 1, I need to be at range 1 to do my special ability. So I get 2 attack die, and I can re-roll with my scan token if I'd like, depending on, I have Mr. Spock and Dimitri. So,
I don't get any defense.
Alright, so let me see here. Alright, so I've got 1 hit, 1 blank.
I'm dead either way.
I know. Let me just go ahead and Valtane says if your ship has a scan token, you may re-roll up to 2 of your attack dice. So I'll just re-roll. Okay, blank. Okay, so 1 hit.
I'm dead.
So 4 damage. Alright, good game, pal. Good game. And there you have it. Another quick game for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Despite the odds, somehow the Reliant came out on top. I guess it was that warp core breach. I was fully expecting to lose within the first 5, after the first 5 minutes, but somehow got turned around.
Warp core
I know, that was the
breach.
first time that a ship has blown up. We've had 3 or 4 ships at this point have warp core breaches from the beginning of the game to the end. No explosions. I mean, rolling a critical is a 1 in 8 chance, so I guess that stands to reason. But anyway, you can check out the review of the core game at www.dadsgamingaddiction.com, where you can click on the links in the below description that'll take you there as well. This is Vince and Vinny Jr. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.